Real estate today is different, and here to inform us about what we should be expecting is none other than Marquette Redham. She is the owner and chief of marketing with Homesville Real Estate. Marquette, thank you so much for being on the show.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me today.
I mean, this might seem like a little bit of an obvious question, but I think it's so critically important. And really what I want to ask you is, what should sellers actually be expecting from their real estate agents?
A lot more than what you might expect. I'm an attorney by trade. I got into real estate with my husband 2 years ago, and I really started studying the business, and I discovered that there were a lot of things and a lot of realtors out there that just sort of get by doing the minimum. And I just don't think that's going to cut it in this current technology environment. I think people really need to be prepared, and sellers should expect their realtor to tell a story about a home and to really create an experience for the buyer where they can envision not only what it's like to live in the house from the beautiful details, but also to the community and where they're going to do their grocery shopping and those kinds of things.
So in today's environment, in this current state of real estate and how things have significantly changed throughout the years, how do you market properties differently now?
Well, technology is key, and there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, from the very first thing, pictures really are worth 1,000 words. And so, I mean, you've got to make sure that you've got a professional photographer. It doesn't cut it to have a poorly lit photo, an iPhone photo. I mean, you want to have a professional photographer. Video is king. I mean, I think the stat I heard most recently is that 80% of all media is going to be consumed by video by the end of 2018. And so you really need to make sure that your realtor is bringing video into the picture, including, I think, drone and aerial photography. I mean, that's a great way to give people an idea of what a community is like and where a community is situated. So that's one piece. Related to that is, you want to be able to tell that story. I think you do that through blogging and video blogging and good copywriting. And that ties into social media. I mean, these days, a home really needs to be marketed not just in the MLS. It's more than sticking a sign in the yard. People need to be getting out there and looking for their home, or people are looking for their homes on social media like Instagram, Facebook. They're looking for things on Twitter. And so if you're not out there and your home's not being marketed on those platforms, it's really missing an opportunity to reach the greatest audience. And that includes paid advertising. All of those platforms allow for paid advertising, which just gives you the chance to expand your reach beyond, the organic number of followers that a realtor might have on their page. Related to that, of course, there's email campaigns and retargeting. You know how when you're looking on the internet and all of a sudden you go shopping and all of a sudden that website starts popping up in your web browser? That's retargeting. And savvy real estate agents will use that to help make sure that someone that showed interest in a home continues to see it across multiple platforms and has an opportunity to re-engage.
So how then can we be sure that we're hiring a realtor that will use the latest technology to market our homes to the best of their ability?
I think it's really simple. I mean, the great thing about technology is that things are so transparent now. I mean, so to start with, I would say, one, look at the realtors' reviews online. What are their reviews on Google? What are their reviews on Yelp, Zillow? What are people saying about them? And then beyond that, check out that realtor's social media accounts and see if they're actually doing the kinds of things that we mentioned and that they tell you they're going to do. If they say that they're going to market your home on their social media platforms, you should have evidence when you go to look that they are actually marketing homes on social media and doing the things that they're promising to do. So make sure that the proof is in the pudding, as they'd say.
Great advice today, Marquette Redham. Thank you so much for being on the show.
It's my pleasure. Thanks again.
Absolutely. And if you have any other questions, reach out to us online, AmericanDreamNetwork.tv. We'll be right back with more of the show.